how many kids did I start off with? I started very progressively. So I started off with one or two, and then one added, and then another one added. And today I've got I've got more than 30 weekly subscriptions. And that is not counting the holiday sessions, because on top of having my weekly school year sessions, I also do holiday sessions. So, yeah.
Hi everyone, it's Stefani here from the Creative Crafting Club, and I am very happy to have CCC Academy member Solenne with us here today to tell us a bit about her club and her story. And her club's name is Craftorama, which is so fun. Welcome, Solenne.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity, really. It's great to be here, and it's amazing to speak to you after a year or a year and a half of having started CCC membership.
Great. It's awesome to have you here. So, Solenne, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, just where you're from, your background, just a little 1-minute intro, please?
I'm 45 years old. I am half French, half British, mother to two grown-up kids, 22 and 26, who have now left home. I went to an international school, traveled around the world for a few years before settling down in France, because I initially grew up between UK, France, and Vanuatu, which is next to Australia. And I settled back down in France, maybe 16 years ago or something like that. And what else? I've always spoken fluent English and French, which is a major bonus that I'm very grateful for. And it's opened many doors, as you'll see probably further down the line in this interview.
Awesome. So tell us a bit about what your life was like before you started your club. What did you do?
Before I opened my club, life was pretty dull. I was spending very long hours in front of the computer screen with barely any interaction with anybody on a daily basis, except my partner. My days didn't really have any rhythm per se. I didn't have much to look forward to, put it that way. And it was the same thing day in, day out. Some days I was even working in my PJs before I realized it was already almost evening. So, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. My day job brings me the financial side of things, the stability that I need in that aspect, but it just didn't cater for my social or emotional stability at all.
I can totally relate with that. So what was your biggest challenge before starting your club?
I think I was just scared to take the leap, really. I was struggling with finding the time or how to organize my time, allowing me to keep my job and do crafting at the same time. And I was struggling also, I guess the biggest challenge was finding a location, because I did not want to haul my stuff from place to place.
And what made you decide to take the leap?
There was a lot of what if, what if this, what if I fail, what if I can't, what if blah, blah, blah. So until my partner said, well, stop doubting, stop speaking about it, just do it. We'll cross that bridge when or if we get there. He was a huge support, maybe also just to get rid of the tons of crafting supplies that I had building up all over the place at home. So I started looking for a place on and off until one day I found what I thought would probably be the perfect place. Wasn't very big, isn't very big. It's a 27 square meter shop front with parking space just off the main street in the center of a busy village, right between a bakery and a nursery. So basically lots of people driving and walking by every single day. Plus it's only 5-minute walk from all the schools here, and the rent was affordable, well, for us both having a full-time job. So we discussed it and decided to go for it. And here I am a year later offering bilingual crafting sessions for kids and adults, so both in English and French. as I was saying earlier on, that's where the being bilingual kicks in, because I play on both the crafting side and the English lessons. Being in France, people are actually very interested in the mix of both. So we've had quite a few members already signed up within the first year. I've got quite a few signed up already for next year, just from word of mouth. And tomorrow is the Forum of Associations, where clubs showcase what they have to offer, and generally where people get the most subscriptions to the clubs. So I'm pretty happy because it's looking to be a promising year.
Incredible. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a bunch more questions about that soon. So you joined the CCC Academy in June last year, and I remember seeing a post around October to say you are now going to launch your first classes. So it basically took you July, August, September, 3 months to get that line store, get everything ready, and launch your classes. So just talk us through that a little bit. And then now it's a year later after launching, almost 11 months. How did that process look for you?
Super stressful, but at the same time, I didn't have much time to think about it because, as you said, I basically joined in June. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's see. But I didn't really have a deadline at that point. And then came the process of, right, I'm going to try and find my own space, see, and we'll take it from there. So still nothing really planned. And then I find this place, I think it was end of August, beginning of September, knowing that if I didn't take this shop front, somebody else would. So I had to act fast. Called the landlord, who I don't know why he decided to trust me, because I had nothing, concrete. I had nothing opened. I hadn't even opened the entity yet. So that it was just, it was a hi, I want to do this. Will you rent to me? It's basically yes or no. And he said yes for some reason. And so we signed. The Forum of Associations was the first week of September. I hadn't signed the lease yet. I went to the Forum of Associations with flyers that I basically printed out myself. They didn't look great, but anyway, the information was there. Information which, I had a place, I had a time, but I hadn't even signed for that place. So I was like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? So I took up the first subscriptions and signed the lease maybe a week or 10 days later. The person who was here moved out. My boyfriend started doing the renovation works, and we opened mid-October, and that's it. So everything went really fast. I didn't really have time to process anything. So
sometimes that's a good thing.
I guess it is.
And how did you market your club? How many students did you start off with?
How did I market it? I think I just went to all the schools. I went to all the kindergartens, and went in front of the schools and gave them my flyers that I printed out myself. Sent emails to the local associations and whatnot. I obviously went to the nursery and the bakery, and I put flyers up there. How many kids did I start off with? I started very progressively. So I started off with 1 or 2, and then one added, and then another one added. And today I've got I've got more than 30 weekly subscriptions. And that is not counting the holiday sessions, because on top of having my weekly school year sessions, I also do holiday sessions. So yeah.
Okay. So do you do termly sessions where you have children coming every week for a class, and then you have a holiday club on top of that? So you've got more than 30 students coming to your club every week for classes. And how much do you charge per class? or per
I
month or term?
charge, so I have different variations. I have longer sessions on Wednesdays because in France children don't have school on Wednesdays. So for 1 hour
Oh,
session,
wow. Yes.
um, yeah, it's not bad. But then again, they have generally longer days on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday than what happens elsewhere in the world. So for 1 hour sessions, I charge 59 a month, euros. And on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, they are 45-minute sessions, and I charge 48 euros a month.
Okay, so that's 4 regular classes per week, and then is that correct?
So they come once a week,
Yes.
and I teach on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Yes, so four.
Okay.
And I have 2 sessions on Mondays, 2 sessions on Tuesdays. Well, 2 every day actually, 2 on Wednesdays and 2 on Thursdays.
Okay, so are your classes smallish? How many
Yeah,
students do you accommodate per
I
class?
can. Let's say I could teach more. However, I've chosen to stay between 10 and 12 maximum. That's where my comfort zone is.
Well,
Um,
that's
and also because, as I was saying, I also have my full-time day job, and I'm teaching. So basically, I start working earlier now in the mornings so that I can stop earlier and do my after-school sessions after my day job. So
oh
yeah,
wow, okay,
and
that's
when
the full day.
I take a part-time from my job so that I can do part-time work and then do holiday sessions during the day.
Okay, okay. And do you see the same students from your term classes attend the holiday club, or is it a different crowd?
Both. I have the same regular students who come, some of them, and I also have some who are not attending regularly and who enjoy coming for the holidays, either because they don't have time to attend regularly or they have other activities that they have to choose between. So yeah, I have a bit of both.
And tell me a little bit about so you do the crafts and as well as the English lessons. Do you create your own crafts, or do you use the crafts in the curriculum?
So I use a lot of the crafts from the curriculum, which have proven to be a great help, especially when launching. I still use them today, a year after, and I think I will continue using them because they are very, very well designed and extremely simple lesson plans to follow. And they're very well thought out for the age groups, so it's extremely helpful to use them. I do, however, sometimes create my own, inspired by various things that I find on internet. However, my advice for anybody doing that would be really do test them out before, because contrarily to the ones that you find in the CCC courses, lesson plans, the ones that you find on internet may take more time, or you may need more supplies than what you think, or etc., etc. So do test them out before.
Yeah, that's great advice, because also the crafts you find online, the free ones are often made by adults and they're not tested on kids. So it's a good idea to also test them on children.
Exactly.
So, Solenne, you didn't have a teaching background at all, hey?
I have taught English in the past. I also took my teaching English as a foreign language so lessons. I haven't yet passed the exam, the final exam, which I should do. And other than that, not really. I'm not a teacher per se.
And how was that a scary part for you when you started out? You know, having to have a bunch of kids in the class and supporting them through the crafting process?
I've always been around, children, been involved in various non-profit associations, in various school associations. So even though I hadn't been teaching as such, it wasn't really something I was uncomfortable with.
Okay, that's perfect. Now, tell me what has been your favorite part of running your own club?
I think just the excitement that you can see on the children's faces, their enthusiasm, their gratitude. Each time a session finishes, they're so excited to show their parents or their friends what they've done or what they've learnt. Or the other day, I had a mother saying, "Oh my gosh, this is brilliant!" They just they went home and they were singing in the car all the time, and I was just singing these English songs to them, and so they basically had all this English vocab linked to the crafting lesson, and they were just singing away. So yeah, between the ones who are just so excited to come back and the others who just don't want to leave, I think that's the best part of the journey so far, is just to see, how excited and how proud they are, and it's all in the children's face.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. And then, how has starting your own club changed your life? What has it made possible for you?
It's given me something to look forward to each day. Gives me rhythm. It allows me to do what I love and give back to the community at the same time. And I must admit, it makes me feel a bit proud of myself too. It's pretty self-satisfying to see all those happy faces, as I was saying, and to think that I'm the initiator of so much joy and fun, and participating and teaching them English too.
Oh, I love that. Beautiful. Well said. And then my last question is, what advice would you give someone who is looking to start their own club?
Take the leap. Don't think about it. Stop asking yourself all these questions. You'll just cross the bridge when you get there. And follow everything that CCC has laid out for you. It really will make things so easy. All the lesson plans, the advice, the knowledge, the constant replies to any and all questions. It's just amazing. You're always there. You and your sister are always there, and everyone else from the team. You're also amazing, and the members too, because you learn from other people's experiences, and the Facebook group where everyone shares that experience is absolutely amazing. Basically, with CCC, you're not alone. You're part of a team, a very helpful, knowledgeable, available, fun team of people, and I am so grateful that I found you. And that is really what allows me to stay on track, stay focused, and grow the club. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. It is so inspirational, and I can't wait to see what you'll do next.
We'll see. I'm going to not think about it and just take every day as it comes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, Solenne. It was lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Thank you very much.
Bye.